Have you ever been told that you will not amount to anything in life? Or statements thrown at you that will imply that you may not amount to so much in life? Well, I have had some interesting experiences, and now that I remember them, I smile. In 1981, I was a Form 2 student in Government College Ibadan, early 1981. And one of the best seniors I had was Victor Odulami. We call him Bamba, fantastic man. He was good then, he's still good today, very kind-hearted person. He was my senior, and incidentally, he had left school and left me back with all my troublesome acts going on in school. And because Bamba was no longer in school to protect me, so many senior students had a field day trying to deal with me and punish me in different ways. For many days, I'll be without food because somebody was trying to punish me and I was running away. I couldn't stay in the dining hall. Anyhow, one day, Bamba came to school with a friend of his and stowed me out of school and said, "Look, young man, I know you've been suffering since I left this school. Let me take you out so that you can eat, relax a bit, and I'll take you back to school." So he took me to his friend's house, and they sat me there and told them to give me some food. I had eaten, and then they put on this thing that I had only heard existed as a rumor. It was a video machine. I had never seen it before. I heard the rumor that there was some way by which a whole cinema hall could be brought into somebody's living room. So that was what I was grappling with. And they told me to just watch the film. And as young men, they left and said they'll come back to pick me later. While I was in my mystery world, trying to understand how this cinema entered into this house and was showing on just one small box, I couldn't really follow the film because I was too enthralled in trying to understand what the science of all this was. While doing that, the mother of the house came in. She wasn't home initially. She just returned from work. And when she came in, she looked quite, dressed to the T, very clean, beautiful woman, and looked at me rather disdainfully, and I was wondering what was going on. I quickly greeted her, "Good afternoon." She didn't respond. She called her house help and said to her, "Who brought this thing here?" Sincerely, I didn't know she was referring to me. I didn't believe that she was referring to me because what we were taught in school was that thing was for inanimate objects, and I knew I was animate, I was breathing. Anyhow, it was when the house help explained that, sorry, his Uncle Victor and her son, I can't remember his name now, who brought him here, and they said he should wait here for them till they returned. That's when I realized she was referring to me as the thing. Yeah, I guess I looked rather rough, poor, and maybe close to inanimate in a haughty and arrogant estimation. But that was my first experience of how human beings can use words to pull you down. I didn't make too much of it, although I kept remembering it, and I didn't bother to tell Bamba because I knew it wasn't a very tasteful thing that happened to me. I carried on my life, and sometime when we were much older, I think we were almost out of university. One day, Tunde Jide Ogumeko and I decided to just be moving around in Lagos. We had Tunde's father's Danfo Kombi bus. I don't know whether some of you are used to drive around, the kinds of buses they use for public transport in those days. And we went to this shop in Surulere, nice shop where I guess they sold expensive things. And when the three of us were approaching the shop owner quickly locked the door and they wouldn't let us in. We kept making motions to them to say, "Look, we want to come in and check what you guys sold." I guess they concluded by looking at us that we definitely couldn't afford anything they had in their store. And they didn't open the door. Anyhow, as at that time we had grown tough-skinned to some ridiculous things that happened in the world, and we just laughed it off and continued on our way. And then what later? By then I had become a doctor. I was doing some kind of business. I was trying to sell gypsum, which I was to buy in Potiskum and bring to supply in Ewekoro. Anyhow, I had gone around looking for investors and I didn't quite get one. Then I spoke to my very good friend, Boyega Iwale, senior advocate of Nigeria. Then he wasn't a senior advocate. He was working in Afe Babalola, the law firm. He took me to one of their clients whom he believed would be kind enough to help me. And when I met with the man, very handsome, very together, he listened to me. And after telling him that I needed an investment of about ₦1 million, to be able to do the business, and explain how I would domicile the account with them and all that. Anyhow, this is where I'm going. The man looked at me and said, "You want me to invest ₦1 million in your dream?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Young man, answer me. In totality, all your life, everything about you, your family, everything in totality, are you worth up to ₦1 million?" It was very painful. But I had learned that in life, you need to bear some pains to be able to move forward and know how to be able to survive in this harsh world. I wanted to feel the pain more and see how well I could survive it. So I told him, after attempting to calculate mentally, I said, "No, I don't think I'm worth up to ₦1 million." And then he went on ranting that if not for the person who brought you, I don't talk to people like you. I don't waste my time talking to people like you. I mean, how? You are not even worth up to ₦1 million in all your life, and you expect me to invest that kind of money in you. Anyhow, I also left that place and I found a way to shrug it off, laughed it off, knowing that one day I'll be worth more than ₦1 million. I'm still on my journey. What I know is that you must learn to have thick skin in this jungle of a world we live in. Don't let people destroy you with the words they will say, with the kinds of attitude they'll put up to you, because they are acting based on what they think and what they understand. And their words and their thoughts shouldn't make you. They're not your maker. They are as human as you are. One head do they have, one head you also have. Those who are responsible amongst them, you would listen to their opinion and see how you can make sense of it. Those who are totally responsible with their words, you will just shrug it off. Have you ever seen water poured on the back of a duck? Let it flow. Let it just flow away. Don't take it to heart. It's them. It's their mind that is their problem, not you. Please, I am not saying do not take wise counsel, but of all the stories I've told you, there was nothing wise about the things they said. If I had lived and allowed myself to suffer under the weight of such heavy words, I probably would be struggling with some antidepressant somewhere now. So please, chill. They may say it is their mouth. It is left for you to decide how you want to take it in or push it away. Be strong.